Goedemiddag vanuit Sweetie, warm Suriname. En ik zit hier op de pier van Torarica en we gaan even in gesprek met de heer Reed Brody uit Amerika. Die vragen gaan stellen, een beetje gago, over gisteren. En wat hij vindt van Suriname. Het is de eerste keer in Suriname, dus ik ben wel benieuwd wat hij van Suriname vindt. Dus we gaan met de heer Brody in gesprek. Yes, hi, Mr. Brody, how are you?
I'm very good.
Yes, your first time in Suriname, right?
My very first, not my last.
No, you like it a lot?
I love it.
Really? Okay.
Any
What did you
country-
like?
Well, when you arrive, there's a special line at immigration for people over 60.
Yes.
That's my country.
It's not that everywhere?
I've
this
never
thing?
seen it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
Yes.
that's a good thing.
People over 60 get special treatment here.
Yes, thank you.
As we should.
As we should, yes. I'm 63, so I'm standing in that line as well. So you were here yesterday because of what was your position? Why did you came to Suriname to be a part of the hearing?
So
court case.
I'm here representing the International Commission of Jurists, which is one of the oldest organizations promoting the rule of law, to observe the trial. The ICJ has been actually observing the trial since 2012. The former Attorney General of Belize was one of our observers.
Okay.
For us, this is a hugely important trial in the fight against impunity and the fight to uphold the rule of law. And so sending an observer is a way of bringing international attention to a trial. It's also a way of showing solidarity with the system and with the people who are fighting for justice. And it's also a way of saying to the authorities, we're watching.
Okay. And do you need permission from the authorities to come and be an observer?
I requested permission from the president of the Hof van Justitie,
Yes, Hof van Justitie.
and to observe the trial, and we were granted that permission.
Okay. There were a lot of press yesterday. You've seen it as well from Holland. I don't think any other country. The trial. What do you think about it? How do you think the judge handled the case? Because you had an interpreter, and she translated everything for you. And what is your opinion, professional opinion?
Well, I think this is a important decision for the rule of law. It's a crowning achievement for Suriname. The judges who issued the verdict, this final verdict, but also the judges who rendered the original conviction from the Kriegstag while Bouterse was actually president of the country,
Yes.
really deserve our applause for their courage, their fortitude, their independence.
Yeah.
What I saw yesterday and what we've seen throughout these decades are judges who withstood political pressure, who persevered despite all of the detours and
The amnesty.
and the amnesty. I mean, let's remember that, and also the victims. I have my hat goes off in particular to the family members who fought with tenacity, with perseverance, who never gave up. Let's remember that the statute of limitations in 2000 was about to expire after 18 years, and it was only the victims going to court and getting an order from the court that the Attorney General had to bring up the prosecution that at the very last moment stopped that statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Then,
So, if in a way, the government of Suriname, they themselves didn't do nothing because of the family, the members of the victims.
It was the families and it was the judges.
Yeah.
In particular, the 10 years that Boucherse was president. I mean, he tried everything
Yeah.
to stop this procedure, and it's really admirable that and Suriname should be proud of what happened. I mean, most countries, sitting presidents have immunity. In most European countries, in the United States, when you are in office, you have immunity. Before and after is another question. And here, the procedure continued even while Boucherse was the sitting president, even when he attempted to pass an amnesty, when he attempted to fire the Attorney General, when he attempted to instruct the Attorney General to stop the proceedings continued. And that's really a lesson that should be heard around the world.
So a small country can be big in such a way. So, and throughout the trial, you have heard what the judges said about why they did. He in fact said that he should have punished for life, but because of his age. That's what he said, right?
That's what I heard. I heard the judges say that when you commit murder, when you commit 15 murders, the appropriate punishment might be life imprisonment.
Yes.
But I think 20 years for a man
of his age,
Boucherse's age, is appropriate punishment. Obviously, when you commit 15 murders, life imprisonment could also be an appropriate punishment.
Exactly. And do you have to report to the commission who sent you here?
Yeah.
Did you already send the report, or you're still?
We're still working on it. So yesterday, in the immediate aftermath of the verdict, we issued a press release.
Yes, I've saw
which congratulated Suriname on this real achievement for the rule of law. I congratulated the judicial system, congratulated the victims. It also, speculated didn't speculate what may happen next, but in the context of what has been discussed, it also reminded the authorities that you cannot use a pardon or other measures to avoid appropriate sanctions for people who have committed the worst human rights crimes.
Yeah.
And eventually we will. I mean, when things calm down, we will prepare an international report on not just this week's proceedings, but on the entire proceedings.
Yes, because there is still time that possibly, maybe he would ask. The possibility still stands that he can ask clemency, and people are speculating indeed if Boucherse will do that or not. And there's a whole procedure in place where the president needs to ask advice from the Hof van Justitie. Mm-hmm. And the president has said whatever Hof van Justitie decides or gives as advice, he will follow that advice.
Okay.
But if in May, let's just say that